What if I told you that entire civilizations, with millions of people, grand cities, and sophisticated cultures, could simply vanish? As if someone hit an erase button on history itself. From the volcanic ash that buried an entire kingdom in Indonesia, to the rising seas that swallowed Egypt's gateway to the world, to the desert sands that consumed 50,000 Persian warriors in a single storm. These aren't myths, they're archaeological facts. And stick around till number 3. Because when you hear what happened to this lost army, you'll be shaking your head in disbelief. Throughout human history, the rise and fall of civilizations has followed a brutal pattern. They emerge from nothing, flourish for centuries, reach incredible heights of achievement, and then disappear so completely that we forget they ever existed. Tonight, we're diving into the archaeological graveyard of human ambition. These aren't small settlements that faded away quietly. We're talking about a city buried by ash, the Pompeii of the East. Ancient metropolises vanished under waters, entire empires that simply evaporated from the face of the earth. Some of these civilizations were more advanced than anything Europe would see for another 1,000 years. Yet today most people have never heard their names. What forces could be so powerful, so devastating, that they could erase entire chapters of human history? Let's count down the top 10. Number 10. Tambora culture, Indonesia, 1815 CE. The Pompeii of the East. Our countdown begins with one of history's most recent vanishing acts. In 1815, Mount Tambora in Indonesia was home to a thriving culture, the Tambora people. They were wealthy traders, dealing in horses, honey, and precious sandalwood. Archaeological evidence shows they had bronze goods and fine Chinese porcelain. But on April 10, 1815, everything changed in an instant. Mount Tambora exploded with the force of multiple atomic bombs, the largest volcanic eruption in recorded history. The eruption was so powerful it was heard 2,600 kilometers away in Thailand and Laos. Ash fell as far as Borneo and Java. The mountain literally lost 1,450 meters of height, leaving a massive crater. The Tambora people vanished completely, buried under pyroclastic flows that moved at hurricane speeds. Even their language died with them. Linguists have discovered it wasn't even related to the surrounding languages, making it possibly unique in the world. The eruption killed at least 71,000 people and caused the year without a summer globally in 1816. An entire culture erased in hours. Number 9. Liangzhu culture, China, 2300 BCE, China's Venice of the Stone Age. Imagine a sophisticated civilization with advanced hydraulic engineering, urban planning, and astronomical knowledge, existing 4,300 years ago, long before the pyramids were built. The Liangzhu culture in eastern China created what archaeologists call China's Venice of the Stone Age. They built massive dams, intricate canal systems, and a capital city that supported thousands of people. But around 2300 BCE, this thriving civilization simply disappeared. Recent scientific research has solved the mystery. They were destroyed by catastrophic flooding. A decades-long period of extreme monsoon rains, possibly triggered by El Niño conditions, caused massive flooding that even their sophisticated water management systems couldn't handle. The floods were so severe that they made rice farming impossible and forced the abandonment of their capital city. Scientists studying cave formations have pinpointed the exact timing. Between 4,345 and 4,324 years ago, massive rainfall inundated the entire Yangtze River Valley. The Liangzhu people fled to higher ground, but their advanced civilization lost army of Cambyses, Persia, 524 BCE, 50,000 soldiers swallowed by desert. Here's the story that will make you question everything you think you know about the power of nature. In 524 BCE, Persian king Cambyses II assembled a massive army, 50,000 of his finest warriors, and sent them across Egypt's western desert to destroy the Oracle of Amun at Siwa Oasis. According to the Greek historian Herodotus, the army made it halfway across the desert when the unthinkable happened. A catastrophic sandstorm engulfed them completely. When the winds died down, there was nothing. No men, no equipment, no trace they had ever existed. For over 2,500 years, archaeologists have searched for evidence of this lost army. Expeditions costing hundreds of thousands of dollars have combed the desert with ground-penetrating radar and modern technology. But recent research suggests a different truth. The army wasn't swallowed by sand. They were ambushed and defeated by Egyptian rebel leader Petubastis III, who then reconquered much of Egypt. The sandstorm story may have been Persian propaganda to cover up a humiliating military defeat. Still, 50,000 men vanished without a trace. Whether to nature or war, we may never know. Number 7. Nabta Playa, Egypt, 5000 BCE, the world's first observatory. Deep in Egypt's western desert stands a circle of stones older than Stonehenge, possibly the world's first astronomical observatory. Nabta Playa was created over 7,000 years ago by nomadic cattle herders who arranged massive stones to track summer solstice and star positions, including Sirius, Arcturus, and the Belt of Orion. This wasn't just a calendar. It was evidence of a sophisticated understanding of astronomy that predates similar achievements in Europe by millennia. The site shows evidence of early cattle domestication and possibly the world's first sorghum cultivation. But as the Sahara gradually dried out around 5,000 years ago, the people of Nabta Playa vanished. Climate change turned their green savanna into barren desert. The nomads likely migrated to the Nile Valley, possibly influencing early Egyptian civilization. Today, the original stones have been moved to a museum in Aswan to protect them from vandalism, one of humanity's earliest scientific achievements, preserved after 7,000 years of desert winds. Number 6. Çatalhöyük, Turkey. 5950 BCE, the world's first city. 9,000 years ago, in what is now Turkey, humanity conducted its first experiment in urban living. Çatalhöyük was one of the world's earliest cities, 3,500 to 8,000 people, crammed into a 32-acre settlement. What made this place extraordinary wasn't just its size but its design. There were no streets, houses were built wall to wall, and people entered through holes in their roofs. It was like a human ant colony. But this early urban experiment came with a dark side. Archaeological evidence shows that as the population grew, so did violence, disease, and social problems. Skeletons show increased rates of infection, malnutrition, and signs of interpersonal violence. The inhabitants cut down forests for fuel and building materials until the surrounding area was deforested. Climate change made the region drier, and without trees, the environment couldn't sustain the large population. Around 5950 BCE, the people of Çatalhöyük simply walked away from their city. It's a sobering reminder that urbanization, humanity's greatest achievement, can also be its greatest vulnerability. We've journeyed through lands buried by ash, seen kingdoms consumed by water, and witnessed entire armies vanish in the desert haze. We stood at humanity's first cosmic calendar and ended inside the world's earliest city, where ambition became downfall. But as we turn away from the sun-baked rooftops of Çatalhöyük, a bigger mystery lies ahead. Because if these ancient wonders could disappear so completely, what about those that built even greater cities, more complex empires, and left us even fewer clues? The earth is filled with ruins, but some civilizations vanished so thoroughly that even their stories seem like legend. And the most mind-blowing examples? We haven't even touched them yet. In the next chapter, we'll uncover the secrets of lost Maya metropolises, Cambodia's forest-swallowed empire, cities that simply evaporated from history, and lands that drowned so thoroughly their existence was only rediscovered by science. What happened to these wonders? And could the same fate await us? Don't miss Part 2. The greatest mysteries have yet to be revealed.